It's Marcus, and welcome to more Zooming in the Jungle Room. I am heading to Sydney today, where I am speaking to Sydney rock band. They are called The Wicked Things. I'm speaking to the lead singer. He is Kaleb Hills. Kaleb, how are you?
Oh, I'm going pretty good. Got the first sunny weather we've had here in what feels like months, so I feel like I'm a bit back to being a human being again. I was a bit cooped up for a while there and going a bit mental.
I hear you. Yeah, if I don't get the sunshine, I go bonkers. Absolutely. And my
Oh,
plants
dude,
don't like
sunshine and
it.
shows.
Yeah, totally. Hey, I'm really keen beans because you guys are making your debut Adelaide show happen Thursday, 19th of December at the Crown and Anchor.
Yeah,
Finally, we get you to South Australia. Yay.
dude,
Um,
we've been to Melbourne, we've done Brisbane, we've done everything in between. We've done overseas before we've done Adelaide, so I feel like a bit of a dick for it being this long.
you know what is happening now. You've obviously heard about the amazing venue Crown and Anchor, yeah?
I have. I've seen so many people go through there, seen their posts about it. Just, wishing one day I'd be successful enough to get there, but here we are last.
You know, it's happening.
Oh my
So
God.
it's going to be a double header show, this one. It's going to be you guys, but also Adelaide rock bands, Audio Rain, which will be really cool.
Audio rain.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Have you worked with them
Okay.
before?
I've been wanting to for a while because for a brief period of time, I think we might have had the same management or same booking.
Yep.
So I've heard about them for at least the past 3, 4 years, maybe, Jerry. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. 3 or 4 years now, they've been on my radar somewhere.
Brilliant. Well, so that's going to be really fun. But then it's only another, I think it's May, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's May. We're getting you back to Adelaide again for a show at the Gov, which will be
I
pretty.
believe that is the case. That's going to be
Yeah.
absolutely nice. Second time now. No, we're planning two before we've even gotten through one.
I know. And like, seriously, we're not going to be able to keep you out of Adelaide anymore. You're going to
No,
potentially
from the
pack your bag,
wineries down
move over here. Yeah,
there.
come do the wineries. Hey, so
Yeah,
what
no,
can we
wineries
expect
are
from your
double
show?
getting
What can we expect from the
fun.
show?
Oh, from the show, I mean, we're all brothers, so it's a really wholesome environment. Lots of love going on. That we're going to be, kicking the shit out of each other on stage, doing everything we can to give the best performance, have everyone having fun.
Yep.
We like to try and have it so that it's not too over the top. There's no circle pits, there's no walls of death. Just everyone having a good time, jamming out some ridiculous music. And I feel comfortable saying that because they're my brothers, but they're ridiculous at what they do. I don't know many people better.
Yeah.
So I think we can deliver a pretty good show for you guys. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, nice
God,
chance.
there we go.
There we go. Now, just recently, you brought out your latest single, which was called 10 Times Me.
Oh, yeah.
Total banger, really cool. Which is when I first heard about you guys. I got onto that and was like, yeah, this is kind of rocking. And that's when I've reached out to you all. But, the songs you've had before that are pretty. Look, see, big hair. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready to
Get
go
out
now.
there. You're giving me a
Oh, that's too
competition.
long. Been working. Well, shit.
But you've got some other ones that I've really resonated with is Oh Yeah, Rockstar is cool, and the film clip that goes with it. I'm
Oh,
going to talk about
yeah.
that one in a second. And also Catalina, which is one of your older ones, I think. But
Yeah, Carolina was
Rockstar,
the first one I think I wrote.
yeah, wow. Good video
Yeah.
clip though. But Rockstar is really cool. So the video clip for that, for those of you that haven't seen it, and I'll tag it in this video when we put this one out, it's essentially an image transformation kind of vibe. How much is the image important to you for your music?
Oh, honestly, the image is as ridiculous as it might sound, like what sort of got us in the door of being a rock band. It all started in 2019. We did this massive tour in Europe, and it was like 4 months. Everything was covered by this travel company. And so we packed for European summer. And then by the time it got around to Germany in like October, it's fucking freezing there. So the only clothes we had that were warm were all of our stage clothes. So 24 hours a day, I'd be getting around in ripped jeans, leather pants, leather jacket, leopard print shirts. And because that was the only thing that could keep us warm. But then just from people seeing us like that on the street, they were like, oh, you guys are rock band. We're like, shit, we should probably keep doing this. So once we came back home, that was it. We threw out half of our wardrobes, stuck to leopard print, blacks, leathers, all that sort of shit, because it just resonated with people. They knew immediately what you did. And that's where half of our social following came from in the first place. So image is, it's pretty crucial. It has to kind of tie in with your sound.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to look one way and sound completely different. But yeah, I'd say the image is a big part of it now.
Do you enjoy doing the music videos to go along with the songs when you release them?
Oh, sometimes probably a little bit too much. Like some of the ideas, you know, you start off with an idea. The start of the day, you're like, oh, you know, shit, let's see how this goes. Get there at like 8 a.m., feeling pretty tragic. But as it goes into it, you find yourself leaning into it more, getting right into it. It's a friend of ours, Sean Burns, that does most of our videos.
Yep.
He's one of the housemates of one of the brothers. And yeah, he'll come up with an idea. And at first, there's a bit of pushback. It's like, oh, it might be a bit shit. By the end of the day, you're like, yeah, okay, what if we all get on the floor and shoot it from here? So yeah, no, shooting the videos ends up being a lot of fun.
I love it. When you get to Adelaide, we've got some really cool vintage stores, some really cool kind of rock kind of stores. I'm going to take you out and check out some of these fashions in Adelaide. You're going to go back with.
Dude, I've been looking at how you're dressed right now, and I'm like, this dude looks so much more rock and roll than I do right now. Right there with your
I'm going to be
bracelets and shit, cross earring, yeah.
If anybody falls ill before you get to Adelaide, I'm going to stand in for them. All right. I can't promise I'll come.
Dude, yeah, can you please do it? I need to get some of that going. However you do that, I've got no idea.
I love it. Hey, so go back to when all you four brothers were younger. What inspired your love of the rock music?
Oh God, that's a really tough one. So I mean, like, it all started with like guitars. The oldest two got guitars for Christmas. And then we have an uncle that was really into all like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, all that kind of thing. So I feel like from a very young age, they were kind of taken under his wing, taught from him. They can't read music. They're tragic with that, but they can fucking play.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so that just sort of developed from Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, then to, you know, like checking out Jimi Hendrix. And then the big one at the start, I think, was Kiss.
Yeah.
Coming across Kiss, like, you know, who are these dudes? They're the craziest, wildest looking dudes. And then it just gradually changed over the years. We thought we had a very, you know, we were very inspired by Deep Purple at first. Had a meeting with an old school manager and he was like, oh, you know, you sound like Van Halen. We all kind of went, we don't know Van Halen. But yeah, no, I think music's always been a big part growing up with it. Mum and dad both had very different tastes. Yep. Dad loved his surf punk and all that kind of thing, like Dead Kennedys. And mum was very into either like Wham or Faith No More. Not really much in between.
I like all that. Yeah. Hey, so what was the first concert you ever went to see?
First concert I ever went to see. I'm gonna give you two because just telling you the first one's a bit late. So first concert ever was actually John Mayer. Love that. Wow. That was great.
Yep.
Because it inspired like my guitar playing at the time too. You know, he's this massive big time ladies man. I was like, what a champion. And then the second one was Black Sabbath. So that was vastly different from the first one.
Major.
Gorgeous time though. Very, very supportive people there though. You know, people trip over, everyone straight onto it, pick them up, get them safe. But yeah, no, two very different concerts for the first two that I ever went to.
Now working with your brothers, like we said earlier, there's four of you. How is it? So do you all live together?
No, I live here with, there we go. A good chunk of us do, though. That's Cooper.
Hey, Cooper.
That's one of the brothers. He lives here. The oldest two live out in Petersham with our mutual shared best mate.
Yep. So how is it working together? Do you all get along really well?
It's a funny one. People have asked about it before. And, you know, people say, like, because you're brothers, do you just find you agree on everything? But the big one is because you're brothers, you can disagree. I feel like Jerry can vouch for this. I feel like you can disagree more than any other group could and still stay together. Yeah. And we've had rehearsals end with Cooper, the drummer, like choking out the guitarist on the floor. Is Jerry?
Hey, yeah.
We've had rehearsals. We had rehearsals end with like one of the brothers getting choked out by another one, and then, you know, Mum comes in and it's like, oh, sorry guys. It's always fine, but I think bouncing ideas off each other works really, really well.
Yeah, like I think we've had bigger arguments than other bands have broken up for, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but we're brothers, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're used to fighting and then making up.
Exactly. It just kind of goes hand in hand, right? Because you have to see each other at Christmas. Because I said you can have the biggest fight with each other, break up, but then you have to see each other at Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, dude, the big one's when mum comes in. We can be rock stars all we want, but when your mum comes in and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" You kind of go, "Oh, sorry, mum."
Yeah, I will send you to your bedroom with no dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm still her kid. Like no matter how old I get, it's like, yeah, mum's scary, dude.
Hey, so going into the future, what's your plans with the band? Wicked Things. Where do you want to see Wicked Things in 5 years' time?
Wicked, 5 years time. That's a big one to try and call. I don't know. So far, the main one is next year. We're looking at getting all the visas done so we can head over to the US and start touring there. We've got some friends over there who set up a couple little tours for other bands and things like that. So we've got a couple of places sorted already. Like one of the brothers and I, Jericho, went over just a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Checked out all like, the classic, the Whiskey, the Viper Room, and like Troubadour, Rainbow Bar and Grill. Yeah, got to all of them, made some good contacts. So next year, LA, it's looking like it's going to be the one.
And is there an
5 year
album
time?
coming out? A full album?
No, not yet. We're sort of sticking with singles.
Yep.
I've found that release strategy is particularly difficult now. We're like dropping an album at the moment with only having this sort of following we do. I feel like that'd just be like burning sort of 10 songs.
Yeah, gotcha. And I think, don't you find that a lot of that's the way people are working these days anyway? People tend to be releasing singles, even some of those big name artists. People tend to release singles these days.
Yeah, to have like consistently release singles, I think it's a good way to sort of slowly build yourself up. Yep. And then, once you have your bigger artists, dropping an album's fine. Everyone wants to listen to every one of Taylor Swift's songs because she's the biggest thing in the world. So that's fair.
Get it. Fantastic. Well,
5 year time.
What an absolute blast chatting to you. Like we said, everyone, Wicked Things are coming to Adelaide, playing at the Cranker, otherwise known as the Crown and Anchor, Thursday, 19th of December. So make it your Christmas party. But then they will also be back here in May, playing at the Gov in the Gibson Room. So exciting times ahead for Kaleb and Wicked Things in Adelaide. Kaleb, have the most amazing sunny afternoon, and I'll speak to you in due course.
Thank you very much, Marcus. I'm looking forward to being in Adelaide and meeting the people there and not the other way around of those two things. So let's go.
Fabulous. Yay. Awesome. Thank you, my friends.